Hello. I am brother. Hello. We got some questions today. I want to do a little questionnaire, a little Q&A between me and my friends. They should pop up here and there, in chats and stuff. You probably see them, DGens and a little bit of mix of everything in between, outside and around. IRL friends, online friends, a little bit of mix and match of both. But yeah. Let's get with the first question. The first question we have is Peyton's. That's my brother, my boy, my homeboy, back in the back, my boy. I am half Tongan and half black, so I will pull up a picture of Tonga. So Tonga, that's my home. I've been there once in my life. It was probably the most relaxed and at home I felt leaving my house. Everyone there felt like family. Basically, we're family. Basically, that's how it is. Kind of like in this community, where it's like a general collective of like someone you know has a kid. That's basically your niece and nephew. Like, oh, if I ever see them, I remember that's that person's kid. They were a good person to me in life. I'll treat their kid, kind of good. Kind of like that, like where it's like everyone kind of knows each other amongst like a mesh of families. It's like, oh, I know your grandma from my dad's side. She's your cousin's third uncle. It's like, kind of things like, it's basically a giant tree. It's Tonga. A giant tree, and everyone knows where your roots are. There's Nuku'alofa. That's the capital of Tongatapu. So there it is. As you can see, also our people dressed. You've seen it in almost anything. Like Fiji's also do it. Fijians also do it. Hawaiians do it. Samoans, obviously, they do their hakas and everything like that. You can see them always dressed up like that. We're basically the same thing, but ours is a little bit more. Samoans are a little bit more, I wouldn't say less flashier than ours, but ours is a little bit more colorful in terms of how ours look. As you can tell, ours is very colored. It's very different. It's very unique. Every piece of clothing we wear, very unique, very different. Some of them are heritages, like heirlooms. I would like to say is your mom or grandma would wear it, then they'll pass it down to their daughter, and then you keep passing it all the way down. Something happens to it, obviously they fix it as much as fix it, make it look just as good as new. Keep passing it down. It's just an heirloom amongst your years, and so you'll see adults wearing them, you'll see their kids wearing them. It's just one giant heirloom being passed from basically passing down to descendants. And it is beautiful. I tell you, oh my goodness. I went to Fiji for a day, and that was just because I was supposed to land there to then go to Tonga. It's a far trip. Like when you think of Tonga, it's very far. If you didn't know, I keep getting my left and right picked up. Australia, New Zealand, we're just a little bit behind New Zealand. So from where I am in the US, that's a long fucking way from home. But God, it was worth it. It was great. It was nice. It was just beautiful. We showed up when it was like storming a little bit. It was a little cloudy and stuff like that. It didn't matter. The overall vibe of the island just like encompasses like coming home, basically. That's what it felt like. Just coming home. Like leaving here, taking the planes, walking everywhere. Just the first step in Tonga, it felt like I just walked into my house. It was warm. People were, like, oh, hey, welcome, welcome to Tonga, of course, saying hello, welcome and stuff like that. You know how they normally greet you. And the second we stepped out of the airport, it just felt like everywhere I looked, you look familiar. Like, you look like a cousin I know back in the States, kind of like familiar. Like it was that kind of closeness where it was like everywhere you looked kind of like family. And then some people come up and be like, oh, who's your mom? And he'd be like, oh, my mom is I'm gonna say my mom's name, but my mom's this, and they'll be like, oh, isn't her mom my grandma's name? And then, it again, everyone knows your roots. Everyone knows your roots, your trees, your branches. It does not matter. There's no like family that no one knows. It's all connected, and that's what makes Tonga so great for me personally. Is it just feels so connected, which I love. It's really great. It's really nice. It's really pretty. Everyone should visit it at least once in their life. Just very nice. They speak English as well, so don't feel outward, don't feel awkward, don't feel like, oh, I can't get with the culture and stuff like that. It's all love, all respect. It is very, very old school, where women do this and men do this, that kind of old school. But everyone's family, so treat it as if they were your family. Respect the elders, of course, simply because they have nothing but respect for you. They respect your values, they respect your time, they respect you, which is all that is. Just, I give you respect, please give respect back, and just follow the values of any other family, any good family, I should say. There's a couple of bad families out there and stuff like that, but it's just, I ain't gonna speak about that. That ain't my place to speak about. But just know, Tonga is my home, my country, my pride, and I'm happy to be Tongan. Thank you. And now Spain's question. To the next one. Horizons. Why? But actually, just joking. All jokes aside, Fry's question was favorite DJ moment? Question mark. Favorite DJ moment. Obviously,
You gotta get out that testicle medicine.
No, I'm
Not
crazy, bro.
testes.
I've been crazy ever since I started hanging out with food. Bro, I can't tell you guys anything. Street fight.
that is my favorite DJ moment, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, that part. If you didn't know, is when a friend of ours named AK. Favorite DJ moment was when AK told us that he basically lost a nut, and he had to take nut medicine. And hey, shout out my boy AK. That's my favorite DJ moment of all time, right there. It just came out so randomly, because we were just wondering like what was happening to him, because he was talking about like he's going to the hospital and stuff like that, and like, well, of course we're worried for our boy. And then he came out and he was like, yeah, so they basically I lost a nut. And we're just like, what? I don't know. Shout out AK. That's my boy. That's my boy right there. But next question. Smart's question. As you can tell, I swear smart. If the question is why are you the way you are, I'm drop kicking you. It says, nah, that's a real question. If you have anything in the world, what would it be? If I could have anything in the world, if I could have anything in the world, if I could have anything, it would be, to let anyone that's going through a tough time in their life, or that did go through tough times in their life, just to let everyone know they aren't suffering alone. No one's alone in this world. We're all connected, I believe, in terms of, well, with technology especially. No one's ever alone, simply because there's always gonna be someone that wants to listen or that wants to be there for you. And although it's hard to reach out, especially in dark times where you just want to be alone, just know that someone else has suffered the same pain that you're going through. Someone else has died going through what you're going through. Some lived going through what you're going through. Just to know that don't ever feel alone, because you're not. There's someone out there who understands you. Though might not feel it, you might not believe it, it doesn't matter. Someone out there has gone through something that you've gone through, and you're not alone. So don't ever feel as if you're going through this pain alone, you're suffering alone. Talk about it. Talk about it, open up, speak to someone about it. Because there's someone most likely going through what you're going through. And there's some people who haven't gone what you're going through. And for me, especially, and everyone I know, I'd rather worry about you and your health and safety than to attend your funeral. That's my question. Thank you, Smart. I'm still going to drop kick you. Next question. Z. That's my husband right there. Husband number 2. What's one thing you'd want to say to your younger self? Your heart is gonna get you hurt the most, but don't stop believing that one day it'll lead you to where you want to be. That's all I gotta say. Trust your heart. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna go through a lot of shit. Friendships, relationships, situationships, just about everything that revolves around someone else. Just know your heart will play a huge factor in all of it. And it's gonna suck. Ain't gonna lie to you, little guy, little bro. It's gonna suck. Suck ass. A lot of lonely nights, a lot of questioning, a lot of suicidal moments, a lot of shit. But trust your heart. It's one of the last things you got left that you still care about. So take care of your heart. But don't be afraid to love, no matter what. But anywho, next question. Thank you, Z. That's my hubby right there. Love you. Kakai. What was your favorite place to go as a kid when you were growing up? My grandma's house for the first 13 years of my life. 13? 11, 12, 13 years. Around that kind of era of before I was a teenager, my grandma's house. Literally every day that we ever went from when I was born and we were living in this house to literally going there for Sunday school, for church. We'd always go to grandma's house and it would be stocked full of cousins. All my first cousins, second cousins, sometimes there too. Rest in peace to my older cousin who was like a brother to me, and rest in peace to the auntie who was like a second mother to me. Rest in peace to them. You kids are growing up fine. I think you'd be proud of them. I'm proud of them, even on some life choices, it is what it is at the end of the day, but I hope you're looking down proud at your siblings, your cousins, your kids, your families. I hope you're all proud of them, because I am. And thank you for taking care of me and giving me a second home when, I wasn't home. And to my cousin, you were a big brother in my life. I'll never forget you. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. Thank you. And that is my happiest memory, or my favorite place to go as a kid. Next question is Sin. We plans on playing games coming up. Dead Island 2. I will be grinding out every character, everything, 100%, platinum, day 1. Every single day, Dead Island 2, until Diablo 4 comes out. Diablo 4 comes out, knocking that shit out the park. We keep it moving, Jedi. I want the new Jedi game coming out. That looks fucking sick. I played the first one. Amazing game. I won't play that one. I don't know if I will play it though. I might wait. Too many games coming out. I ain't got that much money. Come on now. But yeah, those two definitely. Dead Island 2, Diablo 4. I do plan on, what's it called? Finishing a couple other games to get caught up, like the Resident Evils. I still gotta be 2. 3, I'm kind of interested on. Not really. 4, I'm really interested in just because it came out. It looks really fun. Just looks like a good time. And yeah, I still gotta play Village. I never played Village. I played 7 though. Amazing game. Biohazard. Really great. Fucking amazing game. But yeah, I want to play Village. That looks really fun. Really, really fun. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you, Sid. Next question. Tenno, what's your favorite cuisine and dishes? Cuisine? I love Chinese food. Chinese food's fucking bomb. I just want you to know right now. Chinese food's really amazing. Chinese, Japanese is really good. French is okay. It's considered one of the best in the world, you know, by a lot of people. But personally, Chinese food is basically number 1 for me. I also like, you know, of course, the island cuisine, which is, you know, different types of chickens, coconuts, lu, just about everything. There's a little bit of mixture of just about everything. I like a lot of food. I try just about a little bit of everything. From here, DC, Tonga, obviously, California. I've never been down south though, so I would like to try a little bit of, you know, a little bit more of some southern cooking. But Chinese, up there, one of my favorite cuisines, and one of my favorite dishes. And my favorite dish, fried rice. Surprise. Fried rice is so good. You can just put just about any type of vegetables into it, along with, of course, rice and any type of meat or meat substitute. It's just a combination of just amazing foods. Smash into one, serve it up Gary's way. Amazing. Thank you, Tenno, for your question. Next question. Trevin. Thank you, Trevin, for your question. If you could have anything you wanted, but the person you despise most in life got the same thing, what would you choose? If I could have anything I wanted, if I could have anything in the world, the person I despise the most also got the same thing, what would I want? I would want every conversation I've ever had with anyone in my life written down, taken pictures of, and posted in a file. I would want every single conversation I've ever had in my life, personal, social, every single conversation, every one of them. I want all of it from birth, the second I was born to now. I want every single conversation with every single person I've ever talked to in my life, even online. I would want it screenshotted if it was online, and I would want it typed out. And I want it all to be posted. For me, it would be on my YouTube channel. For them, I would want them posted somewhere social so that anyone can see it if they just type in the name. That's what I want. The person I despise the most is I can't really think of one person. I'm thinking like organizations and things like that. People targeting my, you know, my black half of my sides, the, you know, those kind of like, especially like now in the government, stuff like that. A lot of, you know, racists are starting to come out. I despise racist people a lot. Just because there's no reason to. I despise overtly racist people. Like, everyone has a little bit of racism inside them, whether it be, even if like it's friendly in nature, or if it's just, you know, in a joking way. It doesn't matter. Like, that's fine. You know, it's just, at the end of the day, it's your views, your opinions, whatever. I ain't gonna say anything about it. I'm me, I'm not you. But people that act upon their racism negatively, where they either speak about it, they shout about it, they impose it onto other people, and like that kind of racism, those people I hate, because then they're taking their opinions, their thoughts, their ideas, their theories, whatever that, you know, their brain, and projecting basically an image onto everyone of that race, of that gender, of that sex. Like they force it onto everyone else. I hate those type of people where they project onto everyone else. And then, like, you know, but mostly racist people though. Racist that projects. I want all of them to have everything they've ever spoke about to everyone. I want, you know, that's what I want. Is every person I've ever talked to, online, in person, personal, social, does not matter. Every single person, even the fucking animals I talk to. I want everyone to be documented. So then people could understand, one, you understand my life and how I got here basically. You'd see just about every conversation, every breakup, every relationship, every conversation I've had with people I love, people I hate, people I don't like. Just so you can see, so then some people would be honest about who they are. So then people could be, I wouldn't say outed, but I would want them to be known. And of course, there's people out there who are openly racist that are proud of it, which is just disgusting. But I want all their business out in the open, so that it's like, oh, so this is what you talk to about this and this stuff like that. That's what I want. And the people I despise the most will be them. Racist people. I want all your business out. Just because it's 2023. Grow up. Times are changing. You know, don't be in the minority, and don't be, you know, regarded as in a dark light or in, you know, a terrible light. I mean, I should say, you know, be open about it, be understanding about it. Life changes, life evolves, life grows with or without you. So be on the side that's with, because, you know, I want my name to be remembered as a good guy. Hopefully. That's my answer to that. Thank you, Trevin. We have Glitter. Baby girl right now. My question will be, where do your passions come from and why? My passions come from, my passion for content creation came from Berleezy, Corey Kenshin, -EXP. Berleezy, Corey Kenshin, -EXP, cartoons, H2O Delirious, Vanos, I Am Wildcat, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and Markiplier. These 10 people. They've fueled my content creation mind with videos and their personalities and just like the way they go about life, the way they talk about life, the way they do things, the way like they, you know, for charity even, it's a bunch of things that I want to one day be able to do and to have my message be broadcasted to other people to, you know, feel less alone. That relationship, that kind of bond that those content creators have with their audience, to basically be like, I had a rough day, I put your video on, it was less rough, I laughed, I had a good time. I want that kind of relationship with everyone that ever interacts with me. I want to be that getaway, like video games for some people, or hobbies for some people. I want to be that getaway for those 10 minutes, that 30 minutes, that hour-long video. I just want to be that getaway for just about everyone, just to feel seen and heard and understood. That's about it. That's my passion for just about that, for content creations. My passions for gaming came from my older brother, who introduced me to Halo, to Kingdom Hearts, to Borderlands. He introduced me to so many games, and I was just so enthralled, entranced, in love with the idea of a different world where I could be literally anything I want. Mostly anything I want, or something that shouldn't be made, obviously, about certain people. But just about anything I want. I could be a mage, I could be a wizard, I could be an assassin, I could be a king, I could be a peasant, I could be just about anything I could think of. And as long as I have that imagination, and as long as, you know, someone's willing to do it, just about anything is possible for video games, which is pretty fucking cool. And yeah, that's about my passions for gaming, for content creations, my passions for streaming is my social anxiety and isolation issues, which I grew up having as a kid. I isolate myself a lot. I push people away because that's the only way I know how to deal with my personal issues, is to push people away, handle it, and then, you know, try to step back into the lives, which doesn't work a lot. You know, it has lost me a lot of friendships, relationships. It is what it is. I'm not sorry for pushing people away. Is that gives me my time to process, to think, to reevaluate, to basically become a better version of myself, so it doesn't happen again. Because 5-10 years ago, I was a very different brother. I was very different. I wasn't afraid to block. I wasn't afraid to shame people. I wasn't afraid to get angry. You know, I was very like openly passionate about and vocal about just about everything. And I did not care whether you liked it or not, whether it offended you. I didn't really care. I've changed a lot now. I listen more. I think more. I do a lot of things slower, so I don't rush myself into, you know, panicking and getting angry, upset about little things here and there. And yeah, so if you're someone I pushed away, if you're someone I've hurt, if you're someone I've offended, I do apologize. That comes from the heart, simply because I don't mean to. It's just how I cope with the things in my brain. I apologize, though. It does suck. I'm sorry. That's about all there is to it. On to next question. What's your most embarrassing moment with a friend? I wouldn't say it's the most embarrassing, but we did get in trouble with my brother. Not my actual brother, but my brother. My best friend, one of my best friends. Abram. Which, if you're coming to my streams, you might see him. Apollo. Abram. We made me, Abram, Jeff, and I, three of us, we created a group around a trash can where we basically hung out there every day for a whole year, basically. I think 2 years, I don't know, a year or 2 years, I forget however long it was. And we ate around this trash can, and groups of people would all stop by or pass by, and we'd wave well hello, like greeters. You know, we say hi, what's up, people, hopefully you guys doing good. Teachers will walk by and we'd greet them too. We're basically like, I don't know, like a triplet that, you know, just kind of like waved at people, talked to people, and had fun around like the trash can. And one day, so stupid. One guy tapped the top of the trash can, and we're like, hey. And he went back inside, grabbed a couple more people, and then they touched the top, and we're like, hey. And it kept repeating to the point where just about like there's 30 or 40 kids all around this trash can touching the top and just screaming, hey. And it got to the point where a teacher sent a student over to the trash can to tell us to shut the fuck up, basically. It was this one black dude who was like dressed out and mean mugging and angry. He was like, hey, my teacher says to be quiet, y'all. And that basically, like, you know, we all stopped, obviously, and everyone, like, you know, dispersed. But me, Jeff, Abram, and I were just sitting there just like, yeah, we did that. We did that. And I wasn't that most embarrassing, but the point, I didn't feel embarrassed, but I could feel embarrassed for the other two just because it was like, it was just so random. For this one kid to just come out and just bitch us out and be like, hey, shut the fuck up. Shout out that memory. Shout out my boys. The cool can clubs. We out here. Yeah, that was my most embarrassing memory, I think. Yeah. That's my most embarrassing memory. With a friend, which was the question. Now, Theo. You ask a lot of questions. And you said, choose one that you like the best. I feel like the alien question, I'll answer 2 of these because the other 3, you asked me what, 1, 2, 3, 4. You asked me 5 questions. What are the things I aspire to keep going even when times are extra bad? My family and friends. That's my reason to keep going. After that, if you're on death row, what's your final meal? Wendy's 4 for $4 or Panda Express. General Tso's or orange chicken with lo mein and fried rice or just white rice, whatever rice they have. Those will be my meals. And stuck on an island, and can be stuck there. You're stuck on an island and you're stuck there with 2 other people to help you survive. Who do you choose and why? I would choose Abram and Peyton, my 2 best friends. I choose those 2. Just cause it'd be fun. I feel like it'd be fun. Whether we eat each other or we all die from starvation, well, it'd just be funny. I feel like it'd be a funny and interesting time, something to write about. But the question I want to answer out of all that is, what are your thoughts on aliens? Are they coming, real or myth? I believe in aliens. Obviously, we're not the only thing to be alive and sentient in a universe that's expanding. Still, millions of years later, it's still going. I just don't believe that we're the only ones to evolve from tadpoles or from monkeys or whatever you want to believe. From Adam and Eve, whatever you want to believe. There's no way that we're the only one. I think that's true because there's many planets, some we've discovered, some we haven't discovered, that have conditions of a world just like ours, or have better conditions, or have a little bit less conditions than ours, but still livable. I feel like some things are alive, sentient, have minds, have, thoughts just like us out there somewhere. Are they real? Obviously. I feel like we're not the only one. Are they a myth? No. It just makes sense that we're not the only ones. Are they coming? Hopefully not. Hopefully they see that this place is basically, we are killing the world. Obviously we're trying our best to get back to save the world and stuff like that, but with overpopulation and a lot of companies basically destroying our ozone layer and our atmosphere just in general, and killing people, and just about a bunch of shit just going on this planet. Hopefully they don't come and speed that process up so then they can get world to go back to what it was. So, my answer, but the one I want to answer is, if there was an expedition to go to space, would you go? I would. If they were like, we need some people to go to Jupiter, we found a spot on Jupiter that's habitable, that can house you guys for 30 years with the oxygen that we've provided there. You could live there for 30 years. And you going there and planting more, it will turn those 30 years for you guys to 50 years for someone else later down the line, and then basically repeat the process over and over again until it comes to the point where it's just like, it'll have its own atmosphere, so then everyone can go, kind of thing. And basically like force, an atmosphere onto a planet, then we can move into it and be okay. Yeah, I'd go just for the simple sake of being useful to someone, or being useful to humanity. Like I said, I want to do more for the people, and if this, well, later on down the line, my kids, my grandkids, my great kids, or whatever, if I ever do get kids, or even if not, just the future generations, safety in their future, I would do it. I had a question just forgot to ask, but what's a place you haven't been to in a very long time you wish you could go back to? Old Country Buffet in Seattle. Or Tacoma. I forget which one. OCB. If you know about it, you know about it. OCB, I want to go back. Old Country Buffet. I don't know if they're still open or if they're even still a thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Old Country Buffet. That's the place. It was a all-you-can-eat buffet. Oh my God, we go there. Like, what was it? Like every other month after Sunday school, after not Sunday school, but after church, we get the cousins would all go. We'd all 10, 15 cars of just full family all go down there. We'd all get our food. We all eat. We talk. We have a good time, and then we just go home and go to sleep, and then go back to school. You know, Monday to Friday and stuff like that. You know, obviously go back to school. But Old Country Buffet, that's a place I'd want to go back to just for the memories. And the food too. Oh my God, that mac and cheese and the roll that came with it. Oh my fucking God. The barbecue chicken. Oh my God, that shit was good. I tell you what. And yeah, OCB all the way, baby. And thank you, mama. Shout out, baby girl. Abby. What's one thing you would like to achieve before you leave this world? I would like to guarantee my kids or my nephews and nieces' future. I like to guarantee that it will be good. That's what I want to achieve, is that their future will be good and happy. That's what I want to achieve before I die. That's all I want. Thank you, Abby. Miss Tech. What was the first thing that got you into streaming and why? Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you don't know, Dragon Ball FighterZ came out 2018, 17, around 19, one of them years before 2020, before COVID. Was it around COVID? I forget. But Dragon Ball FighterZ. The game came out, amazing fighting game. A lot of, ups and downs for it, but it was so much fun to play with my friends. That really forced me to really want to stream more, is because I could play with my friends, and it was a fun game overall. Yeah, it was Dragon Ball FighterZ. That was the first game that I knew I want to stream. But the first game that got me into streaming actually was, I think it was Call of Duty. Either Call of Duty or Borderlands on the PlayStation 4. I remember streaming. I streamed before, but it was like very like once a month, once every other month, like kind of thing. It was just like I kind of did it here and there, but I streamed before, obviously, to a couple of things. But yeah, I think it was Call of Duty or Borderlands. I think. I don't remember. It was like 2017, 2018 when I first made a Twitch account. When I started streaming. Yeah. Before I end, my dear friend Rumi asked me a question. If you had a chance to move to your dream place, where would it be? If I had a chance to move to my dream place, it would either be Tonga or Hawaii. I really I like the Islanders lifestyle in terms of basically waking up near a beach or stuff like that. I just like the idea of being away from the mainland, which is, the US, Russia, China. The mainland areas, I don't know what it is. I feel contained versus like on an island, which I don't know if that's just me, but like I like being on the islands. It felt really good. It felt very free, and I liked that feeling. So maybe one of those areas, one of the islands. It will be those places. Hey, no difference. Got another question. I had to include it because it's my homeboy, Abe. We're gonna cut deep. What do you miss most about your younger years? The thing I miss most about the younger years, and edit this in. This is later on. The thing I most miss about my younger years, hanging out with people from school, because a lot of people don't really talk about this, or these people don't really people I listen to and watch. After high school, after middle school, after elementary, some of the friends you've made along the way, which they either move or go to a different school or something like that. I just wish one thing I miss the most about my younger years, is my friends, is my school friends. I know a lot of them are doing things now. They got kids, they got married, they're doing things with their life, starting things with life. Some of them, trying to, make a comeback into, adulthood and stuff like that. Like, just a bunch of shit. And, I'm proud and happy for each and every one of them. Of course, as friends. But yeah, that's what I miss the most. Hey, some more people got back to me with questions that I wanted to answer, just because I want everyone to be included. So we'll start with Rival. Rival's question is, what is the biggest win you hope to achieve in life? The biggest win is outliving all the old racist fucks of this generation. That'd be the biggest win. All people that make these rules, laws, whatever you want to call them, basically where my people can't live normal lives. That's about it. That'd be the biggest win of my life, outliving these old fucks. Just to really dig it in. Thank you, Rival. Thank you for the question. I appreciate that. Next. Ni hao. Next. Ni hao. Sin or Fio? Fio. Next question. Petra. What is your favorite memory in as much detail told as a story? My favorite memory. My favorite memory was probably, one of my favorite memories is I have two. One was the D&D mock story that you, Vic, your girlfriend, Peyton, and I all did together. That was an amazing night. One of my favorite memories, just because it was something so sudden and last minute, last minute. It was really fun. It was amazing. I remember almost everything about it. The story was amazing. For D&D, it was great. Vic was a great dungeon master, DM. Everyone was having a great time. I love my character. I love my class. The story was really fun. Overall, just a great time that night. Us ending the night with us playing cards. Pretty fucking cool. And then that wasn't even it. It was also you, Vic, and I, all of us going to get sandwiches. That shit was just fucking cool. I don't know, maybe like I just like the mundane things. Like it was just really cool. I don't know. Yeah. That was really cool. That was one of my favorite memories. And my second favorite memory is probably failing glass art. My best friend, Abram, who you guys know. If you don't, you'll know him. And from other videos. Abram, I, and this one Latino motherfucker named Martin. All three of us got put into the class, and first day, I could tell you, we was failing that fucking class. There ain't no way. Fuck out of here! What the fuck are these getting that burgs? First day, I could tell you, we was not passing that class. Like, no way. None. No way how. And that's one of my favorite memories, just because. Yo, it's dead. I murdered it. Yeah, one of my favorite memories was that one, Phelan Glassheart. And it's funny because Abram, amazing student, incredibly intelligent most of the time. We still have our moments here being idiots, but that's the only class, at least that's what he told me, where he utterly failed. You know, it's not my greatest accomplishment in life, but god damn, was it funny. It's a great story to tell on how we failed probably the easiest class besides PE, where you just had to show up and attend. Okay, thanks. Shout out y'all. It's my favorite memories. Thank you, Petra. And Toka, with who's your favorite DJ member? And if it's not me, where would you rank me? My favorite DJ member is Farai Daddy. Fry has always been there, either lurking or in chat with me. He's always just been around. Love the guy to death. I do just about anything for that boy. Real homie, real down to earth guy. Says some wild stuff here and there, we don't do though, but and yeah, he's a really cool guy. I'm glad to be friends with him. Real glad. And if it's not you, where would I rank you? If I had to rank all of DGen in order, it would be Bry, Lude, Toka, your third, Toka, Theo, AK, Smart, Dello, 17, Sin, Kekai, Nija, Nihao, and Rinko. So 13 members, right? 11, 12, 13. Out of the 13 members, I think that's how it would be in terms of my most likes to, not like I hate them, but it's just like we don't really hang out enough for me to really get that vibe of being like a friend kind of thing. Whereas like, my friendship with, Lude, Fry, even like Theo, AK, Smart, like my relationship with like the first half of like DGens is really good, really strong. We, show up, we play games here and there, stuff like that. But then the rest of DGens is like, we see them like kind of like cousins or aunties and uncles. Like you see like once every like event, here and there in passing. And the love is always there. Like the love is always there for DGens. The love is always there. But it's just like one of those things where it's like, we don't really hang out as much to really solidify that bond. So that would be about it. And yeah, that'll be that's the DGen ranking. Lude, brother Lude. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about your IRL friends? Peyton, Abram, Vic, Petra. I think of one more. This is what I'm thinking of. IRL friends, I mean, like, I don't count my family. Doesn't count. It's family. Petrovic, Abram, Peyton. Yeah, I think it's just those four. It's all on my mind right now. Brothers to the death of me. Them's my brothers. I do a lot for them. I'd make time for them at any time of day. I'll gladly cancel plans with streaming with my online friends. Like I'll cancel anything for those guys because I've known them the longest, but also just the chemistry between all of us, even just one by one, the chemistry and the love is like family. So them's my family. Them's my family. Them my boys. Them my IRL friends. So shout out them. I appreciate them. Oh, that's all the questions. So I hope to catch you guys on the next one. I don't know if I'll ever do a question and answer again. Maybe I might do it like on Twitter to see, get a little bit more of an open and more variety in questions, just because people that know me less and obviously my friends. And yeah, bye.